Greetings from far southwest Virginia. My name is Scott Jarrell, and I'm the Agricultural Extension Agent in Scott County, Virginia. And I'm honored today to present an overview of Mann Farms in Scott County, Virginia, and highlight their strawberry production. David and Judy run a mixed vegetable and beef cattle operation, about 250 acres. Of that, 120 to 125 will be put into vegetable and fruit production. But the season starter for them over the past 20 years has been their strawberries. And right now they're up to about 12 acres that they grow each year. They are located in the river bottom area of the Clinch River. And as a result of that, they do have some deep and rich silt loam and loams that they're able to farm. The strawberries are planted mid to late September. They're put on 6-foot centers, and they are double rowed, 16 inches between rows and 16 inches between plants on the plastic, giving them about a 19,000 plant per acre population. When I first came to Scott County about 20 years ago, Sweet Charlie and Chandler were the mainstay varieties that were being used at the time. Sweet Charlie just wasn't giving the quality that was expected of the customers as far as size and the sugar content went. So we started to look at some alternatives. And at that time, Camarosa was one that we started looking at and evaluating. The Chandler still does well for us, but one of the things we find, especially on first picking in those kingberries, is they have proven to be a little more prone to hollow centers. Whereas the Camarosa for us continues to have large fruit, but it's more of a solid fruit and is firm, which seems to be a little better for the clientele that David and Judy serves. This past year, we included Ruby June in for an evaluation trial, and we're looking forward to see how those produce and compare to what the customers are expecting. As far as pre-plant, David puts about 50 units of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That's broadcast prior to bedding. He does run drip irrigation down the center, and then either myself or my technician will do weekly or bi-weekly petiole sap testing and get an idea of where those plants are nutritionally, and then we'll adjust the fertility with either calcium nitrate, potassium nitrate, or water-soluble triple 20, depending on the need of that plant. As he beds, he does put T-Lone C35 as a nematicide, and then prior to the frost protection going on in the fall, we normally make an Agrimec SC miticide treatment also. If we look at his typical fields, they range anywhere from an acre to about 4 acres in size. Spread 6 different fields, about 5 miles in length. So he does have some ways to travel, especially during harvest time and frost protection. But this is a typical field that we would see both with the sprinkler heads for overhead frost protection, and then again the 2-ounce fabric row covers for frost protection also. As of yesterday, this gives an idea of what the size of the plants are for us. The Camarosa, again, are robust plants for us. These are somewhere around 1 foot to 13 inches in diameter. We were able to find plants with upwards of 7 crowns in the Camarosa, which is not uncommon for us. This one tends to do well and is well suited, at least for David's management style. The Chandlers are a little smaller, about 10 inches in diameter. Again, we were finding 5 to 6 crowns in these. They were, again, a robust type of plant and were indicative of what we are expecting this time of year out of strawberry plants. The Ruby June, it does live up to its standard as being a more compact and a tighter type of plant. We were looking at anywhere from 4 to 5 crowns in these yesterday, and again, those plants were about 7 to 8 inches in diameter. Now, the other thing that we like and dislike at the same time with the Camarosa is they do tend to bloom early on us, and it's not uncommon for us to be able to find blooms already on the Camarosas. And yesterday, of course, we could find some that had been killed by frost, but then again, we had some that were still alive and were thriving. And again, we're not going to do anything to try to protect these per se, other than to protect the plants and just sacrifice what we have right now as far as bloom and potential fruit set. We're normally going to be picking around the end of April, first part of June, and the picking season extends anywhere from about 6 to 8 weeks for David. Again, he's well known for the size of berries that he produces, the quality that he has, and as folks around here say, nothing beats a Mann's strawberry. I appreciate the opportunity and the privilege to be able to give you an overview of David and Judy Mann's Farms.